Hi everyone, so today we are going to be looking at chart 4 of our joins. Now we kind of know what the deal is here, we know how this works, and you know that I always give you two options, so you can use the double lines or you can have a go with the single lines. Now with the double lines I'd expect you to do one line, with the single lines I would say you can probably do 2 lines of each, okay? So we've got a good mix of ascending and descending letters today, and just some of our ordinary letters that don't ascend or descend. And as you can see, we've got the H, the M and the N. And then across the top, we've got H, M, N, B, P and R. As always, I'm going to start by making sure that I'm sat properly, that my feet are on the ground and that my paper is angled. So my chair is facing the desk that I'm sitting at or the table I'm at, but my paper is angled to help me depending on whether I'm left-handed or right-handed. And of course, I'm making sure that I've got the correct pencil grip. So I've got that middle finger supporting my pencil underneath, and I'm pinching the pencil or the pen with my first finger and my thumb. Okay, let's get started. So the first drawing that we're looking at is HH. And with all of these, the things to be careful of is with this drawing, making sure that the gap isn't too big. Okay, you can see here it's quite a tight diagonal up, and then we kind of go straight up and down again. We're not making it loopy or kind of extending that join. So that's something to think about today. So we know H starts with the brave monkey at the top. We push down, we go over, and then you can see here I've got a really nice small join, and then we repeat. Okay, I'll show you that again. And of course, the important thing here is not seeing how quickly you can do it or how many you can do. It's about making sure that join is correct and that our letters are formed properly. I'll show you that on the single lines. And as always, if you need to change between the single and the double lines, that's absolutely fine. I know sometimes it is actually a bit easier on the single lines because it's not as big. Okay, next one is HM. HM. M, of course, only going up to scared monkey, no higher. And just making sure my letters are sitting on the line, they're not starting to float or wander off. Of course, if you make a mistake, so to be honest, that's a pretty rubbish N, got a big gap in the middle, you can do that by just putting a cross above it, show that you're not happy with it, and then trying again. Handwriting is all about making mistakes and practicing. And again, just remembering that flick at the end, so that if we were then joining and continuing our word, we could do that as well. There we go. Oh, I should have done that on a new line, never mind. Okay, HN. Quite similar to the HM that we have just done. Oh, that's a mistake, meant to be doing HN. And on the single lines. Okay, the next one is HB. And again, I'm just taking my time with these. sure the middle part of my B doesn't go above where the scared monkey is. Then I've got my first descending letter, so I've got H and P. So my P goes down almost to the middle of the line below. Of course, HP, I always think of Harry Potter. That's not a very good one, so just give that a cross. Okay, and the last one with the H join is HR. Perfect. Of course, I'm not showing you the whole line, otherwise we'd be here all day, but make sure you do finish the line, okay? And you can see that even though the P comes down into this line, because we've got our letter formation correct, we're not going above where the scared monkey is. It doesn't matter, they're still, although very close and almost touching, they're still separate letters, so it doesn't look like it's kind of merged into a new letter. Okay, the second row is now doing the same again, but with N as the starting join. So we're going to start with NH. So this time we start at the scared monkey, and then we go up to the brave monkey to create our H. Making sure all my letters are sitting on the line and reaching the top part there. They're not stopping halfway or floating anywhere. Of course, if you need to just readjust your pencil grip or you need to just move yourself so that you're sat in the right position again, that's absolutely fine. Posture and pencil grip is super important when doing handwriting. It really helps. Okay, MM. Lots of loops in MM. Quite like that. Also kind of makes me hungry, like when you eat something really delicious. I've got MN. I can think of a word with MN in already that I will use later. And make sure you're not doing too many loops. And this one. Okay, the next one is MB. Again, I've got a good word for that. And all the way up. And on the single one. Okay. Now the next one is MP. So again, we've got that descender. Do we need to think about MP? So almost down to the scared monkey on the row before, or on the row below, sorry. Do an extra one there. Okay, and again on the single lines. And the more you get used to this, you naturally kind of feel where the tail of the P finishes. And the last one for our M join is MR, or Mr. Although, of course, if we were to write the word Mr, we'd start with a capital letter. And on the single lines. Like that. Perfect. Okay, the last group of letters that we've got is with our N joins. We've got NH, NM, NN, NB, NP, and NR. So let's start with NH. And as you can see here, I'm starting to run out of room a little bit. So what I could do is just use another piece of paper. And what I'll do when I think of my words is I'll just write it next to it. So I'm not wasting paper. But of course, when you're doing whole lines, it's good if you need to go onto another piece. That's not a problem. And all the way up. And you can see, even though this is my last line, I'm not rushing it. Although I'm super keen to finish, I'm still making sure I'm doing it properly so that I don't need to go back and correct it or redo it. And on the single lines. We've got NM. Like that. and on the single lines. And then NN. Make sure that join's really clear so that you can see its two ends. And on the single lines. We've got NB. Oh, that was not very good. That's better. It's not about getting the letters perfect, okay? It's about recognizing when you make a mistake and just having another go. And on single lines, B is obviously in the center, so it goes all the way up to brave monkey. And NP. Going partly down onto the next line. Starting in the middle, down, over, and into the P. On the single line. And the last one is NR. So just got enough space there for you. And of course with the R, I just stop instead of carrying on into an N or an M. It's the same way of writing it. And finally on the single line. Okay, what I can then do where I've got some space is I can think about some words that have some of these joins in. So I know in maths this week, my class have been looking at the expanded column method for using multiplication. So we've got the word column. And I think some of us might have done the LU join. So you can always do that. And then I've got my M N join there, okay. Something that I use when I'm texting on my phone is my thumb. So I've got the NB join, and I know some of us have done the TH join as well. So there's two joins here. So I've got my T and my H, remembering to cross my T. Then I've got my U and then my B join. So you can see how the joins that we are learning are starting to come together. And then of course something that I hate doing would be running. Okay, so I've got my R, my U, and then my N join, and then my I N join, and then my G. Okay. And again, I can do that on the single line. So I've got column, thumb, and running. So my C, O, then my L, U, M, N, my thumb, and running. And you can see that I've also joined my N and my G. So there you have it. Those are our chart 4 joins today. Looking forward to seeing you next time for our chart 5 joins. Thanks for watching.